Hey, hi. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, I'll tell you what, it is always tremendous to be back out here with all of you. And today, as we do occasionally at times, we are doing it live. Because of course we are. It's Wednesday. We're doing it live Wednesday. And it is excellent to be here with Ball X Pit. This game came out today. This is a roguelite breakout style game, and it's amazing. And we're going to dive into it. I'm going to go ahead and kick off a brand new game here, and well, we're gonna have a great time. And hello to you, Sekiro. Great to have you out here. I think this game is probably going to sell about a bazillion copies. All right. WASD to move. Collect gems to gain XP. Now, I'm sure several of you have played some Ball X Pit, judging from how well the demo did, and, you know, their sales today have been popping off left and right. Enemies will attack you if they get close to you or reach the bottom of the screen. All right. I'll tell you what, my Wednesday has been really, really good so far. You know, I feel like I am at a place where I just completed a lot of stuff. It was a busier time. I had that work going on in the house. Okay, looks like we've leveled up. They're going to automatically give us a point to strength here. Affects base damage. That's fantastic. And it looks like we get to pick a power-up as well. Okay, Ghost passes through enemies. Wind passes through enemies and slows them down by 30%. Okay. When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot 1 to 3 new baby balls in random directions. That sounds great. Now, let's do that. I had some work going on in the house, and that was finished up. And then, you know, I've mentioned a few times that I have been having kind of nagging issues with the vehicle that I have, and it just so happens it was very serendipitous. I have a friend that had a family member that was getting rid of a vehicle, and so let's see, affects ball speed and move speed. Perfect. Oh, we get to pick another nice thing. When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot 2 to 3 new baby balls, or we get the vampire ball. Destroy the 2 nearest enemies when you are hit from close range. Okay, so some thorn action. Let's go vampire. So it just so happened that a vehicle was available, and everything moved really, really fast. And I ended up taking that vehicle, and everything just worked out really great. So now I feel like I'm at a point where I've gotten to the bottom of the hill that I had going on. Hey, Kevin. Great to be out here with you. All right, I think we are going to apply some poison here. How about you, Sekiro, and you, Kevin? How are your Wednesdays going? I like how we get a whoa there. I appreciate that. And I hope that the stream is looking okay. The playback is not working for whatever reason, so I'm going to assume we're good. Speed, okay, perfect. Let's see. Balls deal 80% more damage after hitting the back of the field. Otherwise, damage is reduced by 20%. Let's go with this. Okay, great to hear, Sekiro. Really appreciate that. Made some flatbread pizzas. I'm glad you figured out the car issue. Those are always stressful. Yeah, you know, and it just gets to a point where you say to yourself, boy, you know, I think it's time to do something. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I have always driven an older car. I'm not super into vehicles and what the vehicles look like. In fact, I was joking with one of my work colleagues just the other day that, you know, I can't remember the last time I performed the process of doing a car wash or paid for a car wash, you know? It has been probably a decade and a half since the last time I had a care in the world as far as what the vehicle looked like. It's most important to me that, you know, the car just gets me places, point A to point B, right? Which I know is very different from some, you know, like people are very into their cars, and I think that's cool too. It's just never really been something that I've much cared about. But now I have a much nicer vehicle than what I'm used to. I also get in this car sometimes and I go, my goodness, welcome to 2025. Like all the new things they put in vehicles. It's crazy. Yeah, Sekiro, that's where I'm at. Just let the rain wash the car. That is how I've been living in general. Leadership affects baby ball count, baby ball damage, and launched balls. Okay. All right, cool. I think I would like to work with this. Yeah, let's do this one. And maybe the ghost ball next time if that's still an option. Yeah, I've been doing the rain thing for a very, very long time. My first car was an 86 Toyota Corolla, right? And I'm not telling you that you know I bought that new either. I don't want you to think that I did not buy that new. That was definitely a used pickup. Let me specify. But I made maybe a slight mistake at one point in time where I used a power washer on that vehicle. Oh, look at this. Egg sack. Explodes into 2 to 4 baby balls on hitting an enemy. Has a 3-second cooldown before it can be shot again. Wow. Okay. Let's give that a run. So I made the mistake of using a power washer to clean the car, and Evolution fuses certain combinations of fully upgraded balls into powerful new balls. Okay, let's go ahead and get an evolution here. Virus applies 1 stack of disease to units it hits. Disease lasts for 6 seconds. Each stack of disease deals 3 to 5 damage per second, and diseased units have a 15% chance of passing a stack That's awesome. Definitely a whoa. Definitely a whoa there. I think we're going to go with more egg sack action. I like that. So as you can imagine, I went ahead and did this, and, well, next thing you know, there were chunks of my car on the ground. Turns out, at least on that vehicle, power washer is not the way you want to go. I don't think they advise that in general. You know, look, sometimes you learn the hard way with things, and you know, I did my very own how to clean your car reverse tutorial, apparently, right? All right, these guys are getting a little bit closer than I'd like. Lessons are often best learned. Yes, I totally agree. All right, we need something here. Balls deal 20% bonus damage until they hit a wall. Earthquake deals 4 to 11 damage to nearby units. That could be helpful. Yeah, let's do this. All right, I feel like that's working well for us. There, that'll help. Okay. I'm going to take a sip here, by the way. Cheers to all of you. I'm out here with some Airship again, the sugarcane decaf. It is fantastic. I hope everybody's got something good going in their cup. Highly recommend Airship. I've attached one of the bags that I like to this stream. If you're interested, you can check that out. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes we learn the hard way on things. All right, we are taking some damage here. I'm terrible at listening to advice. Just ask my wife. It's always the hard way. Well, you know, I'm right there with you. Sometimes we got to skin our knee once or twice or 14 times, you know? Let's go ahead and upgrade this virus thing. Hopefully we can get that to spread a little bit more. My goodness. All right, I think this is not looking good. That's what I think. You ever feel like the walls are closing in? A little bit? A little bit? Yeah. It is a thing that happens. Okay, let's return to base here. Welcome to New Balbalon, your home base. Let's plant some wheat to get started. Open the build menu. Select wheat field from the list. All right. I don't remember exactly how this works. Open the build menu again to place a forest tile. All right. Perfect. And maybe we'll just pop this over here because I think what's going to happen is we're going to do some bouncing and we want to hit these resource tiles, right? Yep, that's what it looks like. So let's maybe angle this way. Your workers have a limited time per harvest before getting exhausted. All right. And we can speed it up. Okay. All right, I think we're good. We did the thing, folks. Success. A successful harvest. You'll need the resources you gathered to construct other buildings and upgrades. All right. Great. So we can't expand just yet, but that's really neat. Rearrange. I think we're good with how things are looking right now. We could maybe put these down for next time, perhaps. Right? And I think we're ready to dive right back in. Okay, let's do it. Apparently we have 11 undiscovered blueprints. How is Steam Next Fest treating everybody so far? Have you tried anything? Has anybody found any hidden gems out there? I'll tell you, I feel that like that Tetris game that I played earlier today, it's definitely chaotic. A lot of you said, boy, this looks like chaos. I don't know if I can handle this. It's difficult too, but you know, I think that I think it's quite fair. All right, I actually would like a turret again. Thought that was nice. Haven't tried anything new yet, unfortunately, because of my schedule, but this is my first Next Fest. I've only recently gotten into PC gaming, and it's awesome to see what is out there. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, there is a regular deluge of stuff. Cthulhu game you want to try. Okay. Very cool. Tried a few games, none that scream buy me yet. Okay. All right. Well, if you come across anything that looks really, really oh my goodness, did we just find magnesis? Folks, we just found magnesis. You know I have to, right? I mean, it's in the rule book. It's literally in the channel policy guide. When you find magnesis, you must take it every time. But you all know this, right? You all know this. Yeah, there have been a couple that I've played that, you know, haven't made it to the channel. Let's see here. 10% chance to dodge incoming attacks. Well, we could upgrade our bleed ball. Let's do that. Magnesis all the way, yes. See, there's others like me. And we just upgraded it too. How about that? What a time. What a time. And it's funny, you know, because when you do content creation, of course you can find the games that you want to play on your own. You can always do that, right? There's also a constant flow of emails coming in from indie devs and from PR teams at publishers, and so believe it or not, I have begun planning my day the night before. Passes through enemies and slows them down by 30%. I think this would be really nice to do. I've started planning my day the night before because I find what happens sometimes is I will start the day and I start thinking about, you know, what I want to sit down and play. And I start looking through email, and I start looking at the Steams, and I start looking at some of the various key-granting platforms, I'll just call them that. And do you know, I end up doing the thing that I sometimes do when I open up Netflix or Hulu, where I kind of feel like I'm paralyzed by choice, if that tracks for any of you. You know, where you're going, my goodness, what do you even do? There's so many options. And then, you know, by the next thing, you've been sitting there for 20 minutes sipping coffee and you haven't played anything yet. You know? It's crazy. Would you say you have time to really play things you want outside of the channel? That's a great question. That is a great question. Let's make a choice here. Deals 1 to 17 damage to up to 3 nearby enemies. I like the sound of that. Okay, we're gonna do this. I would say that it's a mixed bag. Here's the best part. Most of the stuff I want to play, I can show on the channel. Because this isn't all an act. I really, really love rogues. I really do. And so, you know, I think what I'll say is, for a time, I think there was a point where I didn't feel like I could always, you know, play everything I wanted to. Balls deal 20% bonus damage until they hit a wall. I feel like that would be good. Let's do that. But I think I was able to expand upon the possibilities with the members. This is not a roguelike series, right? Because I knew I wanted to play the new Doom. You know, I knew I wanted to play Chronos and some of these other games. No Rest for the Wicked. That was fantastic. Had a ball with that. Has a 25% chance of birthing a baby ball each time it hits an enemy. Holy moly. All right, let's do that. Yes, analysis paralysis for sure. For sure. But I think that, you know, putting those non-rogues on the members' side so that it didn't get in the way of what we're doing on the main channel was a really nice way. Oh, look at this. Increases fire rate. I feel like that's worth doing. As much as I'd like to do this one, I feel like this would be a nice utility. Now, let's do that. So the answer overall is yes. I think I get to play all the things that I'd like to. All right, let's go ahead and fuse these. This sounds nice. Okay. So we got some wind bleed happening. Blood in the wind. More strength. Wow, I feel like we've been getting strength quite a bit. Let's go ahead and put the point in the Broodmother this time. Alright. What does Dex do? Affects crit chance and fire rate. Oh, nice. That's great. Do we go Broodmother again? 45% birth chance. I like the sound of that. Alright. That's great to see. So some additional attack rate as well. I feel like this run is already going much better than the last one. It's probably because of the magnesis, right? We can all agree on that. But you know, you bring up a good point just in general. Oh, this is probably going to be fantastic fused. The amount of time we all have to just put into gaming in general. Oh wow, spawn balls from Broodmother have same properties as lightning. That's pretty great. It's just so hard to find the time for this sometimes. And we need it. We need it. We need the games. You know, for a lot of us, this is how we relax and wind down, and we need it. Really is. I'm hoping to have more time once I start clinicals. I have a lot of games I've started I haven't been able to continue. I tend to not relax enough. Yeah, you know, it's very easy, I think, to let things continue in that direction. But I get it. I mean, it's such a busy time for you. You mentioned what you're doing last time, so I can appreciate that. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Right, but you got to take care of yourself along the way as well. Let's get a ghost ball. Why not? Maybe we can combine that with the poison. Might be kind of fun. What's the first thing you're going to go to when you get time again? We gotta take this guy out in the middle. Let's go with this bonus fire rate again. All right, I'm hoping for the best here. Oh, wow. That lightning is really popping off. Okay, all of a sudden, that looked pretty good. Sheriff's Office unlocks a new character. Okay, whoa. It's fantastic. Start playing games with the wife again. She's been wanting to play a few things, but when we're not playing together, I want to finish MGS3 Remake. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a solid game. Let's level up our poison. Let's get this fission as well. Cheers to all of you. Gotta get those sips in while we can. The group attacks seem more and more important along the way. Getting +2. Okay, so these are all storage type options. 5 wheat. Now, it looks like we need wood, but that's not necessarily a thing. All right, we'll go stone. Look a little bit light on that. You know, I remember the original Metal Gear. I think that went all the way back to the NES. What a time. All right, can we do this maybe? Looks like that's the thing we can do. Oh, boy. All right. These guys are getting away from us a little bit. Let's definitely go wood this time. We need some group effects right away. But I do feel like we improved this run. And in case it's all about to come to an end, I do feel like we improved. All right, let's evolve again. Oh, I do like the virus ball. That was fun. Started the one for the PlayStation, tried to play the NES ones, haven't been able to. Oh, new Dungeons and Dragons game. Okay. All right. Well, that's the other thing, you know, you see these new games, but at the same time, you've got to be realistic and say, whoa, whoa, there's already a stack of other games. You know, whoa there, right? Okay. I would love to affect the baby ball count. Deals double damage but moves 40% slower. I wouldn't mind that. We need big damage right now. All right. Oh, we are widening. We are widening again. Okay, I am slightly concerned here, folks. I mean, at least we've got jars of Ludens popping off. And it looks like we have a visitor up top. I've just noticed the visitor. Next Fest is good for that. You get the nice feeling of trying new things, but with no commitment. So true. So true. Your money's often spent on magic when it's not being used for bills and family. Hobbies of gaming and cards are expensive. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know, I have been a more of a free player of Magic for the longest time. It was nice of them to back everybody up. I have to admit. I just play Arena. I don't put any money into it. I think I play enough Arena where I can generally get the cards that I want just by knocking out the daily bonuses and such. That said, I would be fine with twice the amount of cards and wild cards that I have today. Specifically the mythic wilds, of course. All right, so far we're doing okay here. We seem to be. Oh, now we're going to add enemies to the mix, aren't we? But that might help, actually, with some of the bouncing. So we need these balls to hit the crown, right? Okay, let's stay away from that. I mean, slowly but surely. Right? It's happening, kind of. It is challenging to aim and dodge these all at the same time. It is. But somehow I feel like we're not putting together a reverse tutorial yet. Not yet. But here's the other thing. There's plenty of time for that. Plenty of time, always. All right. We are very close here. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we slow down if we're shooting, but then we speed up if we let off the trigger. And between those two speed options, this is working out. This is working out okay. All right, are we about? I think we did the thing. All right, that's outstanding. One more until next lift upgrade unlocked. Gear obtained. Whoa. Boneyard Trophy, gang. Plus 0.05 status effect power for each character you've completed the Boneyard with. Each fast tier completed on top of that adds a plus 0.005 bonus per character. Okay. All right. So we've got the cozy home. And if I'm hearing them right, we're going to help ourselves if we try and complete that area with a different character. Pierces through boulders when harvesting. That might be kind of nice. Increase the harvest clock by 0.2 seconds each time harvesting. You know, let's do this. Okay. Good stuff. New upgrades unlocked. New items will have a chance of appearing upon leveling up. So we've got a dark ball now. Deals 3 times damage but destroys itself after hitting an enemy. Has a 3-second cooldown before it can be shot again. Okay. Voodoo Towel. Curse has a 10% chance of killing enemies. That's neat. All right. Ooh, I like that. Enemies explode on death, dealing 22 to 34 damage to adjacent enemies. All right. You've unlocked a housing blueprint. Building a house will unlock a new character. All right, let's do it. Select the housing category to see all of your unlocked houses. Okay. Select the sheriff's office to build it. Okay. Well, now we know we've got a bounce here, so that still leaves an open... That might be a good spot. You've unlocked a new character, the Itchy Finger. I think I remember him from the demo. All right, we've also got this, but we don't have the stone, unfortunately. A big boulder to harvest stone. Let's pop one of these down as well. And I don't know, maybe we'll plan on bouncing off this guy, something like that. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. Yes, I think we have played Voin. Pretty sure. And that one was enjoyable if I'm thinking of the right one. All right, can we nail that boulder? Maybe? No? Oh, okay. That's fine. We did pretty okay, I think. And I was gonna say we did pretty okay regardless of whether we did pretty okay or not, you know, but that's not shocking to you. All right, so let's I don't know. I guess let's dive back in. Let's try the Itchy Finger. He's going to do some burn. Has scattered aim, but shoots twice as fast and constantly launches balls if any are available. Can move at full speed while shooting. Which one is Voin again? Is that a first-person game? You know, that's the other thing. I've played so many games, right, that you start to say, yeah, the name sounds familiar, right? All right, we're jumping back in here. Cheers to all of you. Ah, that's very good. Oh, I do like the fireball. That is awesome. Yep. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know exactly the one that you are talking about. If you search the channel, it will come up. Gang, 1.5x baby balls, but your aim becomes scattered. Well, our aim is already scattered, if I'm understanding correctly. I wouldn't mind the iron. Let's do that again. Thought that one was pretty cool. We gotta get the iron ball stuck so it just bounces around for a while. Okay. So there's the iron again. I feel like this was really good too. Let's go ahead and add that to the mix. I mean, we're gonna end up combining a lot of these anyways. So we might as well just add a bunch, turn it into a party, right? That way we can level them up that much faster too. Whoa. All right. Let's see. Increase crit chance when hitting enemies in the front. Now, let's do that. Let's give that a shot. Poison was attractive for a second too, but I do feel like we get a lot of the front shots going. Might be interesting to put together a build where you're doing more damage on the front, the left side, and the right side, just building out that way. But I don't mind the additional damage being up front at all. All right, perfect. So with the overabundance of games, what criteria do you look for to decide if a game will be revisited? Well, that's another really great question. Balls deal 150% damage, but damage decays by 30% each time they bounce. Huh. Increase ball launch speed by 20%, but get knocked back a little. Oh, I don't know about that. I think we're going to do this. Apply even more max burn stacks. So the criteria to return to a game, you know, I would tell you that overall, it really is the community's enjoyment of said game. And usually I can tell about that in particular by the numbers themselves, the amount of likes. These days, I suppose, hypes are a thing too. Although I can't tell you that I fully understand YouTube's hype system yet. I believe there's a separate, I'm going to call it a leaderboard, where if you get enough hypes on a video, you know, it will send it to that separate board where ideally more people see it, right? Oh, we want this. We absolutely want to try the pressure valve. Let's see some explodies. Wow, that's popping off nicely already. That's great. And sometimes just selfishly, if I really enjoy the game and I feel like it deserves another chance, like maybe it didn't get a lot of views, for whatever reason, you know, maybe my thumbnail stunk. Maybe my title wasn't very good. There are so many potential reasons that a video may not perform, you know, and sometimes it's not clear why a particular video went one way or the other. I think that sometimes YouTube can be a little bit of a black box, you know, where it's not necessarily providing you the answers about why it does what it does sometimes. Oh, we got Sabi B in the house, checking in. Hey, hi, hello to you. Thanks for stopping. We know it's late in your neck of the woods, so really appreciate you stopping by, buddy. I gotta be on best behavior. Sabi's gonna come with a long write-up. Long write-up on all the reverse tutorial ways. I kid. Sabi actually came up with a really nice term called the beverage heaven, right? Because I play the bullet heavens, but I talk about how they're really good for coffee, and Sabi said, you know, this is a term that I want to introduce out there to the world. Now, it can only be used on this channel. These games are beverage heavens, and on that note, I'm going to take a sip. Cheers to all of you. Okay, here we go. I think I want to expand upon that capability. Sips a blend of tea and lemonade. Love it. Love it, Vorpal. That sounds wonderful. Nice little Arnold Palmer out there, right? All right, we are going to amp up the pressure valve. Just going to add some pressure, right? Got the news today that one of my kids, she tried out for the basketball team, and she has made said basketball team. Very exciting. So we're going to be watching more sports. And that'll be nice. All right, adding to the endurance. Increase crit chance to 30% when hitting enemies on their left side. Yeah, thanks, Sekiro. It's she's very excited about it. Kids are very active in sports and just academics in general. In fact, and one of them, you talked about Dungeons and Dragons. I have one that is very active in the D&D community, really into it. And I think that's cool. One also plays Magic. Couldn't really get my wife into Magic. But one of my daughters does play Magic, and that's fun. That's fun when you can play with the kids. All right, what do we got here? Increase the crit chance on the left side. Balls start off at 70% speed, but increase. Balls that hit flaming enemies light on fire and deal 9/8. Oh, man. I feel like that would go really, really well for us. That is one that's run by a prof, yeah. All right, let's go with... Let's do an evolution this time. Oh, the lightning rod. Plants a lightning rod into enemies it hits. These enemies are struck by lightning every 3 seconds, dealing 1 to 25 damage. It's up to 8 nearby enemies. Whoa, indeed. It sounds fantastic, actually. All right, I feel like this is going pretty well. I don't know if you all saw or not, but Ball X Pit, the game that we are playing right now, kind of teamed up with Clover Pit, and they put together, you know, a little bit of a discounted purchase option where if you owned one, you got the other for 10% off. Really neat. Really neat. Trying to get my wife into Magic. She has a mono black vampire deck that we're working on. I'm going to teach my son Magic. We got him the Foundations box for Christmas. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I got my wife the Jace blue deck, you know, thinking that would really, really coincide with her style, you know, and I was correct about that. Definitely dug the play style of, you know, kind of stopping the opponent from doing anything. But it, you know, it's a lot of rules, and it's tough to, first of all, learn, and then it's even harder to master and build competency. So, you know, I get it. I feel like we should start coming more from the left side here, given the build we've put together. All right, can we do this and then maybe come that way? You know, these vertical blasts from the laser are, in theory, really going to help with the boss. Now, let's do that. Let's grab all these pips. See, I'm missing my magnesis right now. Okay, it's hurting me a little bit. Ooh, wow. Okay, what is this gonna make? The Holy Laser deals 20 to 30 damage to all enemies in the same row and column. Indeed a woe. Indeed. I'm playing Magic for maybe 4 years now and still make mistakes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I was sitting there the other night playing a little bit, and I made a particular move, and I said out loud, "Oh, that's a misplay." You know? They happen. Come on, there's a Ninja Turtles set coming? Didn't know about that. Is it a full set, or is it one of those, oh, what do they call them? Secret something or other? You know the ones. It's, you know, $85 for six cards. Can you tell I'm not the biggest fan? Oh, Secret Lair. Yes, Secret Lair. Okay. It was just recently talked about. Okay, okay. Well, that's cool. I don't know. Maybe she would be into that. You know, the thing is this, too. I think that I'm able to just sneak in a little bit more during my day because it's it's just a more flexible schedule overall. And so I've got a little bit more time to geek around, I think, with stuff. All right, this is fun. This is working out okay. Hey, I'll take +1 level on the holy lasers. You're right, Bosif. You know, some of them look really cool, and I agree with you. I think it's just really hard to justify it. All right, we're gonna go with that. I mean, there's some sets that, there are secret layers, I should say, that like, if they happen, you know, it would probably pull on my heartstrings. Like, if they ever did, you know, a Spawn secret layer, right? And you got Clown and Violator and Redeemer and, you know, some of those folks. I mean, you know, that's something that might get me excited a little bit, you know, where I want to maybe dip my beak. But at the same time, for me, they're just cards, and they'll only just be cards. Like, I don't play Magic to try and profit from it. It's just a fun game for me, you know. Gosh, it's funny when the music goes out, because it's like, oh, wait, who turned off all the lights? Where are the lights? What happened out here? You know, and then you're just stuck with me and my sips, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Spawn doesn't get enough love at all. Yeah. You know what? It's true. Oh, maybe we're going musicless until our boss friend shows up. I don't know. Yeah, love Spawn. My friend, when we were growing up, he was a really good artist. Now, lost touch with him. You know, this is somebody that I knew early on in life, but he was a very, very good artist. And one of the Comic-Cons came around, and our art teacher at the time, I don't know what the relationship was or how this all came to be, but you know where I'm going. Todd McFarlane was, you know, making an appearance, and the art teacher said to my friend, oh, you know, if you want to meet Todd, you know, I can arrange for that. And I remember thinking, I'm not jealous at all. What are you talking about? I'm not jealous about any of it. Why would I be jealous about any of that? Right? I was very jealous about all of that. Todd McFarlane. Yeah. Look, am I still bitter about it today? 100%. 100%. Okay? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. All of it's fine. I'm fine. Right? Everything's fine. Of course it is. So, but you know, that was many moons ago, and I certainly remember it. I mean, I did okay at reciting it, right? So, you know, what can you do? Look, I'm going to tell you, Todd missed out on meeting me. Okay? That's where I stand. Now, I love Todd's work. I love Todd's figurines. I absolutely have a Violator figurine that I'm looking at right now. And I will forever adore that comic. I picked up the first Spawn number 1, during a trip to Toys R Us. Remember Toys R Us? Remember the place you could go and walk up to the stands and play video games? Right? The overhead TVs? When you were really little? And the world seems so big. Remember that? What a time. Miss Toys R Us. Yeah. You know, I think we all miss Toys R Us. I mean, you know, you get those pop-up Toys R Us's now. You know, where it's like the pop-up Halloween stores that we get now. It's not the same. It's not the same at all, and we all know that. We all know that it's not the same. And do I still walk in there? 100%. Yeah, I'll still walk in. All right, we can now upgrade the pit lift. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But yeah, no, now I'm reading this. Todd's probably watching the channel right now. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure he'll be in touch. I'll update everybody. When Todd reaches out, I'll let everybody know. And we'll make sure to get Todd. You know, I'm sure he's probably playing Ball X Pit right now. Maybe we can feature him as a featured, you know, player of Ball X Pit. I'd allow him to live stream on the channel if he wanted to. You know, I'm sure he has some really great stories. Cheers to all of you. All right, Itchy Finger. Increase movement speed while harvesting by 20%. Well, I mean, that would certainly help. Increase the range at which wheat is collected. Well, if we're moving faster, we can take advantage of more stuff during the limited amount of time that we have. So that makes sense to me. Yeah, Blockbuster. Wow. It's so true. You've obtained a gear to upgrade the lift. Awesome. Select the lift to upgrade it and unlock the next level. Okay, all right. Let's let's upgrade the lift. You've unlocked a new level, the Snowy Shores. Okay, all right. I think that means things are going pretty well. So let's do some building here. Let's put another one of these guys down. If you're running low on space, you can expand by excavating areas. That's right. That's right. Boy, they're really coming with the reminders from a timing standpoint. I truly applaud them for their efforts. So this sounds like a great time to do this. Let's do that. Boy, they really upped the cost on us right away. So let's now put some more things out here for the for the gathering, right? So we'll put another grass out there, and what else do we want to put out there? I'm sorry, wheat. No, I'm sorry, forest. No, that was wheat. Okay, focus up, goat. Focus up. All right, we'll pop that over there, maybe, and I don't know, maybe one more of these things for good measure, right? Maybe down here. I don't know. I think that sounds okay. All characters gain +1 bonus dex. Oh wow. Okay. So that would have been great. We should pop one of these out there. Let's put this over here. Oh, send workers to bounce on the scaffold to complete the building. All right. Well, come to think of it, that might be tough to hit, but that's okay. It's all right. We're gonna be okay. All right, time to harvest here. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Why don't we maybe do that? They should bounce back up, right? And then we get our building, and we're going to find out. All right. Okay. This is working out. I don't hate it. Now, can we do this? Yes, we can. Is this the right one? All characters getting +1 bonus dex. Right. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And I know it's not built yet, so that's definitely a consideration as well. We'll just pop that over there for now. Okay. I think you remember talking about that VR stuff with Nintendo that didn't do well at Blockbuster when you were younger. Yes. Yes, luckily I did not get pink eye. Yes, that, what was that unit called? Let's go to this new area. I'm gonna go back to this guy again. And we're gonna head to the snowy shores. Let's do it. Yeah, I remember that thing sitting there, and it's true. I definitely tried it, and I thought it was cool at the time. Virtual Boy, right? Yeah, the Virtual Boy. Yep. Yeah. I thought it was cool at the time. Turns out it was not so cool, according to the market. Everybody voted with their wallet, and the votes, well, the votes didn't come in. They just didn't come in, unfortunately. Let's try to put together a baby ball run here. That might be fun. The migraine simulator. Bosif, did you have a Virtual Boy? Oh, you can slip on the ice. All right. Can definitely slip on the ice. Let's... 4% chance to freeze enemies for 5 seconds. Frozen enemies receive 25% more damage. That wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, so you had a friend with it. Interesting. Look, I mean, when I tried it at Blockbuster myself and did not get pink eye, I thought it was cool. You know, I could see the appeal. Like, what else did they have out there that was like that? You know, now these days we got lots of options, but at the time, you know, they had cornered the market. The problem was the market didn't exist for it. Balls deal 150% damage, but damage decays. You know, I think I'm just gonna upgrade this. Looking for those baby ball opportunities here. I mean, we're not getting blown out of the water completely yet, so that's good. Increase crit chance to 20% when hitting enemies in the same column as you. I feel like I do that a lot. So these would be the straight up hits. Nice. All right, so speaking of just cool things that some of our friends had that we did not have. Does anybody remember Sega Channel? Is that a thing you recall? Sega Channel. Because my friend had Sega Channel and I did not. And that was an upsetting thing for me. Probably did know about the Furby Secret Lair, the Jaws Secret Lair, the Iron Maiden Secret Lair, and a few other recently. Wow. Swag channel. Well, you know, it was a bit of a swag channel, if I'm being honest. Let's do this. The laser is quite awesome. So, Sega Channel. allowed your Sega to connect via your cable TV provider. I don't know what kind of connection they were utilizing, because if I recall correctly, this was maybe even before dial-up internet. But it basically gave you a Netflix of games for the Sega Genesis, and it was amazing. It really was. They were ahead of their time. Now the only bite was you couldn't save. You couldn't save your game, and so you imagine some of these video games and saving being kind of an important thing. Let's get an egg sack here. There was a weekend where my friend started playing Shining Force, and we had a sleepover. So we started Shining Force, and, you get to a certain point in Shining Force. It's a longer game. And then, it's time to, maybe step away from Shining Force for a little bit, but you couldn't save. And he was playing it on the Sega channel, and so, he did the thing where he just left it on for several days. And, that's probably not the best thing to do, but that's what was going on. Back in the Sega Channel times. It was fun. That stuff was fun. All right. Increased crit chance when hitting enemies on their right side. I think we do need to do one of these. Yeah. All right. We definitely need to cause some big damage here on this thing. Otherwise, this is not going to go well for us for very much longer. Shoot 1 to 2 baby balls each time you're healed. Okay. I don't know how often we get healed. Oh, boy. All right. Not being able to save is rough. I remember having a PS2 and didn't have a memory card. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I mean, you living a similar life there. Now, can we harvest every time we come back? Is that kind of what we're doing out here? It seems like that is the case. So, let's see. What are we doing out here? So we've got this that I believe, yeah, right, is under construction. So we've got to make some workers run into that. Unlocks a new character, a haunted house. Okay. Well, let's keep that in mind. I'm thinking we just rock right out this way. There we go. Oh, we gotta hit that a few times, looks like. All right, well, we almost got there. I don't believe we've got the requisite wood, unfortunately. Okay, all right. So, let's go ahead and jump back in, and we'll just kind of share the love. I do think that Burn is going to do okay against the snow because science. It's crazy how far we come because I honestly forget about memory cards a bit until not being able to save. Yeah, no, it is true. There have been lots and lots of nice advancements, thankfully. Now, let's see if we can get a little bit of a bounce-a-thon happening, if we can open up a nice little path here. There we go. All right. Increase crit chance to 30% when hitting enemies on their left side. Yep, I'm going to try and find left side, right side, and front side this time, and we'll see if maybe we can put together something like that. Yeah, Jumpman on a 286. Wow. All right. So this is the one on the left side. So let's do the one on the right side. All right. Ability to play online has made me feel closer to the community. It was crazy to learn how many people knew my mom. Now that's an interesting statement. Do tell more about that. You know what I remember was playing online StarCraft and Warcraft 2 back in the day, and even terminal velocity, if that does anything for you. I can't. It's a family channel. Well, you know what? I appreciate that. I can certainly appreciate what you're saying there. Let's do this and help with the flame stuff that we're doing. Well, that had to be a shocker for you. And I hope that you've dealt with that. All right. Let's go with another new ball. I think we still have to remember to do that. All right, that one definitely got away from me. Made it through the trenches. Love it. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna keep amping those up. It's a solid utility. Yeah, we went from playing online, and then, you know, you just get together with your friends, and, well, you just network the computers together. When I got a little bit older, I bought a gaming laptop, because I thought that was going to be a great idea. When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot 1 to 3 new baby balls in random directions, or increase ball launch speed. You know what? I think I'm actually going to re-roll these. I do like this. Let's see, now that's interesting too. All right. We're going to go with that. Descent was another one that I remember playing online with friends. That was, you know, kind of a spaceship in these tunnels. So easy to get lost in Descent, but gosh, really great game. Hey, Gasser. We're doing great out here, enjoying some Ball X Pit, along with probably a million other people tonight. This is a fantastic game. Figured this would be a great way to celebrate its success. I think you're thinking of something else. Descent was, you know, an FPS game at the time, and you controlled this ship, just going through these tubes, and then, you know, there were sections that would open up, and usually those coincided with a boss battle. But I really enjoyed Descent. Anybody that's played Descent, they know. They know what I'm talking about. It's a really tough game. All right, we're gonna go with Ghost. I'm glad we bought that crit from the side. Are the roguelikes your only interest, or are you playing other games off channel? You know, I play so many games on the channel that a lot of the games I play are on the channel. You know, most of them are showing up here, and you all are seeing them. I'm trying to think of the last time I played a game off the channel. You know, occasionally I'll play stuff on console. We have an awesome library, and they rent out video games. What a time, you know, these libraries used to just be books, right? Now they got video games. 2025 is crazy. So anyway, I have a copy of the new Borderlands, and that has been something that I've been taking a look at and enjoying quite a bit. Ooh, burn and laser. That sounds quite lovely. Area of effect damage from laser horizontal also inflicts status effects from burn. Whoa, indeed. Yeah, Chronos was fantastic. And I will be popping out another Chronos video on the members side very soon. That game is wild. That story goes places. I wouldn't ever ruin anything for anybody here, but that story goes places. Definitely a lot of mystery along the way. All right, I think we are getting overpowered by some of these blocks. That's my sense. Let's grab some Ludens, that'll help. All right, I'm gonna take a sip here. See, there goes the music again. It's another moment. Who turned the lights out, right? It just gets very silent all of a sudden. Drinking some nice airship decaf. I've went ahead and attached a bag of airship. I really like this roaster to the stream in case anybody wants to take a look at what I'm drinking in particular. Are you going to take part in it whenever they eventually allow us to download video games straight into our brains and play? Well, am I going to be able to get them for free at the library? Answer me that, and then maybe I'll have an answer for you. Now, I don't know. Just beam the video games to us. Sure. Do I want to be the first one to try and do it? No. I'll go ahead and stand in the longer line. But I would be willing to, you know, maybe give that a little bit of a shot, right? As long as you have your library card, you should be good. Well, okay, then yeah, I'm probably in. All right, housing has gained an ability. Drop 1 bonus coin for every 10 enemies killed in the level. Cool indeed. Let's go back to base. And maybe what we can do is at least try to activate this building. We should probably look at an expansion here as well. Let's see. Johnny Mnemonic has something to say on that. Talk about another really great film from the past. Okay, so let's look at housing. Let's pop this down this time and see if we can get some of our folks to rip on up that way. And let's see, what else do we want to put down here? Maybe one of these guys? And let's maybe put down one of these guys. Okay. I feel good about that. So let's see here. We could go bouncing around, right? That should take us northwest, I'm thinking. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, we got the other thing. Glad about that. That guy got a little bit caught up there, but that's okay. That's all right. Most buildings can be upgraded to improve their bonuses. Hold tab to highlight them and left-click them to open the upgrade menu. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. So let's see here. Upgrade for 10. So we can't do that just yet. All right, so it looks like so far this is the one that can be upgraded. Oh, I take that back. These can be upgraded as well. Interesting. Okay, well, we've got 265 left, huh? All right, we'll go ahead. Why not? Why not? That seems nice. Okay. So I think I'm just going to keep bouncing back and forth between the two so that nobody gets left behind. And we're gonna head to the snowy shores again. Quick sip here. Okay. Woot woot, indeed. Oh, hey Kim, I am loving this one. I saw you playing it earlier out on the Steams. Probably along with about 1 million other people. I'm happy that this game is selling as good as it is. You know, it's nice to see these rogues be successful, right? We need that. We need that happening out in the world. I do really like the Broodmother. Some baby ball opportunities. Maybe that's what we want to potentially build in the direction of. Although I feel like I say that a lot and then we kind of change paths along the way, but that's okay, right? That's all right. All right. Let's see. You shoot 1 to 2 baby balls each time you're healed. 25% chance to launch a baby ball when you pick up a gem. Absolutely. Absolutely. That would pair well with Magnesis. I mean, I'm just saying. I know. A little bit of an addiction. It's okay. It's healthy. It's okay on that one. You know, I agree. I totally agree with you. I'm interested in the follow-up to Returnal. Has anybody been keeping their eyes on that one a little bit? And I believe it is a direct follow-up to Returnal. It sure seems like it. But I don't know if they've come right out and said that it is, but it sure seems like it is. Let's do this. All right. Those baby balls flying. I feel like we need another ball type out there, right? Haven't paid attention to any follow-up. I know I love that game, though. Couldn't put it down. Still don't understand the story. All right, I will admit to you that I also did not comprehend parts of that story. It is quite deep. You've got the whole musical aspect happening, right? There is a lot going on with that video game. Thankfully, there are about 50,000 explanation videos out there, so, you know, if you ever wanted to go down the rabbit hole, that is certainly something that you could investigate further, thanks to our fellow creators out there across the YouTubes. Yeah, the whole Blue Oyster Cult thing, I'll just leave it at that. Very, very interesting, right? Shout out to Blue Oyster Cult. Wow. All right. Got to get the sips in while we can. All right, we have expanded. Let's see what we want to do here. Movement speed and move at full speed while shooting. I mean, that would be interesting. We can already see an interesting synergy here, so let's maybe do that. Yeah, it's not just you on the story. That is a dense game. A lot going on for it, but really, really neat. Hey, enjoy the magic, and thanks for hanging out. May all the cards forever be in your favor, unless you're playing against me. And then, in that case, I take it back. I take it all back. All of it. Have fun. Thanks for the support. All right. Let's upgrade the ball. A little bit more damage. We need that with this big dude out here. We got several chonkers hanging out, don't we? There we go. All right, wow. Veteran's Hut unlocks a new character. Cool. Let's see. All baby balls deal 20% more damage. Look at this. That's great. That is fantastic for us. Let's do an evolution here, and let's go with this one first. Oh, wow. Hemorrhage. Inflicts 3 stacks of bleed when hitting an enemy with 12 stacks of bleed or more. Consumes all stacks of bleed to deal 20% of their current health. Cool. Do we just... Well, you know, I do like this. Let's go with the vertical laser. Probably best to get another cool ball going. This game has such a nice, relaxing rhythm to it. I feel like it's great for after a long day, just like I think bullet heavens are great for post-long days. All right, let's see what we want to do here. Let's go ahead and level up the hemorrhage. All right. Totally agree on the characters having their own gimmicks. That's also really neat. Oh, wow. Okay. No spoilers, but I just got one that worked crazy. All right. Cool. Very cool. All right, let's return to base and let's see if maybe we can open up another character here. We've got the haunted house, but of course, we've got to angle some shots that way when it comes down to it. So let's see what we have available here. Unlocks another new character. So maybe what we do is we don't have the resources right now, but maybe what we do is just angle this way and hope to maybe knock into this a bunch of times. Let's see what happens here. So there's two. Can we get them to go back that way? Nice. All right. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, I'm gonna bounce back to Mr. Byrne here. I liked the baby ball build. Boy, I say that 14 times fast. I liked that build. Things just passed us up in terms of the durability at some point. Couldn't put up. Passes through enemies. I like lightning. Let's try for that. I feel like anything that does a group attack is really, really valuable. This is the guy with the sporadic aim too, so that makes it really great in terms of being able to blame certain things on that, you know? Not that I would ever do such things. Not here. Not on this channel. All right. Nice. I can see how you could just do this for hours and be very, very content. Now we'll go laser. Really like that one. Sometimes you just gotta focus up. Okay, what do we got here? Every 7 to 12 rows, spawn a stone soldier with 194 health on your side. Stone soldiers are immune to ball damage and move up the field, blocking and attacking enemies in the way. We haven't tried this yet, folks. I think it's time. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's do this. And we'll go with a fusion next time. Yeah. Because now we can fuse those and get the holy laser again, which was outstanding the last time we had it. Yeah, with the lightning and the laser attacking all of these groups, it's really great. And this is good too, because then that just opens up another spot for a ball. Okay, what do we got here? Earthquake deals 4 to 11 damage to nearby units in a 3x3 tile square. That could be really good. All baby balls deal 20% more damage. Needed that one last time. Let's do the earthquake. Music is strangely soothing for something pretty hectic. I would agree. I would agree with you. Well, that usually means things are about to get even more hectic, to your point. I like our little soldiers that are spawning in now. It's nice. All right, I want to knock out those and get some balls that just bounce internally forever. 10% chance to dodge incoming attacks. I don't really care about that at the moment. I'm going to re-roll this and look for a better utility. Quake damage of 8 to 15. Still the 3x3. Yeah, let's do that, I suppose. Come on, we got this. Shoot a little bit from down here so they're still angled. Wow. Whoa, right in the nick of time there. Assign a character here to harvest up to 1 wheat from each adjacent wheat field every 6 minutes. That's cool. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. Hello, Various. Evening to you. Thanks for hanging. All right, we're gonna put another point into the laser. Oh, wow. Well, I say we do another fusion. All right, laser and earthquake. Wow. What are we going to get out of this? Laser vertical earthquake. Okay. You know, that could be very interesting. So it upped it to a 4x4. Should I say whoa? I feel like that's the respectful thing to do. Okay, so we get the ghost ball, the vampire ball, or the stone effigy. I think we'll go ghost. Just finished eating a bowl of green lentil pork soup, and I'm washing it down with an Arizona Energy. Green lentil pork soup. Now we're talking. That sounds fantastic. Did you make that yourself? The green lentil pork soup? Sounds great. So did you use a pork loin, or how did you tell us more about this dish? Oh, wow. Pizzole the week before. Jeez. You're gonna make us all hungry. Unfortunately, all I have is coffee. Now I'm craving pork. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Come on. Enemy. Ah. I want them both. Look, this is the one time, and you can't tell anybody that I did this, all right? I have to go this route. Sorry about this. It's just the thing we need to do. It's the more responsible thing to do. As much as I like Magnesis, I will put in the work and route us around to collect all the pips, as opposed to just sucking them in. We needed the adjacent explosions more. It was the grown-up thing to do. Sometimes we must make the difficult decisions, folks. Okay? Because explosions, 100%. Yeah. We can't deny science, right? Can't deny science. All right. Do we go with the fusion? I think we do. Oh wow, the old ghost laser. All right, I don't hate that at all, especially. Oh, this is going to be pretty awesome, I think, with the passing through enemies. I think we should probably upgrade the statue buddies as well. They have been good to us. Should give them some love too. All right. We have to. We have to. But this would be nice to see what they do to me. Hi, goat. We know you want all these things, but you can't have them. You have to pick one, and one only. And this is your struggle. All right, we're gonna go with the ball, because I like the lightning. Okay, well, I don't know that do I catch the special balls a lot? Maybe. I feel like this would be the way to go. Again, because explosions. To borrow from various. All right. All right, we're getting a little close for comfort here. You know what I mean? Little close for comfort. Now, if we could bounce these in a way and take advantage of what's happening here. Maybe, okay, all right, there we go. All right, I should have done that sooner. Yeah, let's go with bonus fire rate. Ooh, increase endurance scaling to D as your endurance gets higher, related stats like HP will improve faster. All right. And a fission. Okay. Wow, lots of level ups. Increase area of effect damage such as earthquake, laser, and lightning by 12. Holy smokes. All right. Yes. That's very much the build that we've put together here. That was an epic boon for us. Wow, let's get another fission. Oh, that's awesome. All 5. This might be our moment. We might see a boss. All right, so they're not giving us any wood, huh? Well, we're gonna re-roll because that's what I really want. All right, maybe we just want to do this. No, we can't. Can't aim down, it turns out. Wow. Okay, no more fissions available. Just going gold because we're getting towards the end. Well, be fine with that. I think we're gonna have a look at the boss. And I do hope that area damage does okay. 'Cause that would be nice for us. We're locked in. We are totally locked in. All right, let's go stone. I mean, I'll take all the level ups that they'd like to offer up to us at this point. Totally fine with that. We are absolutely going to see a second boss encounter here. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't expect the widening, but here we are. Like the music has quieted down a little bit. Oh, we have something happening up there, don't we? We certainly do. Who knew Brick Breaker could make such a good roguelike? Oh man, it's so true. It's so true. I love that there's devs out there that will get creative with various genres, right? I mean, the other day, I played Hang Time. Oh, wow. Yeah, thanks to that dev again for sponsoring the video. Wow, okay. Boy, took some big hits there. Yeah, that dev sponsored that video, which is just wonderful. But that was a volleyball roguelike. And, you know, I just really appreciate, like you were saying, the creativity of, you know, working with some of these genres and adding their own spin. All right, so looks like we need to bounce balls up and around the back, maybe. Oh wow, there is a lot happening right here. And you're saying you don't say, yeah. Yeah, it turns out there's a lot happening. You know, if I can get rid of some of these guys, that certainly slows things down a little bit. All right. I appreciate the challenge that this game throws at the player. It's hard, but it's very fair. All right. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's too bad there's not a health choice. We'll take some wheat. Oh my, here we go again. Dang. Definitely nailed me from behind there. I do really appreciate the music to this boss fight. Well, you know, even if this doesn't work out, I feel like we got 3/4 of the way there. I'm not saying it's over, but I'm being realistic. We can't take too many more hits. That said, it is going to be close, isn't it? Alright, these guys are definitely just falling very rapidly. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Holy smokes. Snowy Trophy. Getting plus 0.05 AoE power for each character you've completed the Snowy Shores with. Each fast tier completed on top of that adds a plus 0.005 bonus per character. Let's give him a whoa. That's worth a whoa. One more until next lift upgrade unlocked. Oh, nice. Another new character. Itchy Finger leveling up a couple times there. Balls were in the back doing the heavy lifting at the end after the boss shut the doors. Yes. Yeah, you're totally right. Let's see. Collect 2 wheat each bounce. Wow. I feel like we need the stone more than we need the wheat. So we're going to go in that direction. New upgrades unlocked. Every 7 to 11 rows spawn a golden bull with 428 health on your side. Golden bulls accrue 10 coins per minute. They also move up the field, blocking and attacking enemies in the way. Oh, another cool. Stone archers. Shoot arrows. Wow. You know, this game has so much going for it. And so does this channel. We have the best community in all of the infinite hallways of the internet. That's my opinion. It's very unbiased. But that's where we're gonna stop this one, folks. Ball X Pit. Wow, what a time! What a video game. We had a good time with this one, and cheers to this dev for making such a great game for us to enjoy. If you haven't picked this one up and tried it for yourself, you're probably going to want to get to this at some point. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. And I will bid you all a final adieu. Let's do this again sometime soon. We'll get together and play a roguelike or a roguelite, because that's what we do every time. Sometimes on Wednesday nights, we're doing it live Wednesdays. All coming together, drinking coffee and sipping all at the same time. In harmony, right? How about that? So, have a great rest of your day, your morning, your evening, your afternoon. You know we're worldwide now, right? We have to recognize all the different time zones. Whatever you're doing out there, I hope you have a great one. And well, I'll tell you what, we'll see you next time out there. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.